Hello.
Hello.
Today we have Licia Cianetti with us, who comes to the ASN Europe conference here in Graz from two places, from Royal Holloway in London and also University of Coimbra in Portugal. So you just gave a paper entitled Revisiting the Multicultural City, Urban Responses to Austerity and Resurgent Nativism. Could you elaborate a little bit on the framework that you used and give us a little bit of an overview of your paper?
Yeah, so this is a new project. So it's really at the start of a project that I started last year in collaboration with Coimbra, and I'm continuing at Royal Holloway from this September on cities, multicultural cities in Europe, and how they have responded to both the expectation the cities provide the solution to diversity problems, I call it that way, and the dynamics at state level of, on the one side, resurgent nativism, and so the rejection of multiculturalism and the idea that diversity is a good, and on the other side, budget cuts after the economic crisis. So they have determined the fact that for cities at city level and in general for local governments, more responsibilities on welfare and integration have been scaled down, but less money is available. So I want to look at what happens to the ideal of the multicultural city, especially because it's been banged on at European level quite a lot and still keeps being quite prominent as an idea. And this interest in the city is not my original interest. So I come from more of a interest in democracy and quality of democracy, and my case studies for my previous research were the Baltics, so Estonia and Latvia in particular, and the Russian-speaking minorities. And I'm just going to plug the book that will come out on that in February, The Quality of Divided Democracies, with University of Michigan Press. And in there, I just had one chapter on cities, and I was comparing Tallinn and Riga. But what came out of there is that cities do have different approaches to diversity, and there is this, both the expectation and the reality of pragmatism. Now, this pragmatism tends to be seen all in positive terms, so that cities would be more liberal towards their diversity. And I've been suspicious of this hype about the kind of urban dream, also living in a city and having the experience of cities and seeing also that conflict is part of that, and that these restrictions coming from the above must have some effects. And so I've been delving in this past year into literature that I didn't know before that much, especially urban geography and urban studies, that interestingly enough have been quite separate from the urban multiculturalism literature that I was more familiar with. So there have been these two discussions going on parallel to each other, at least for what I can see. And I think there is a lot there that is missed on both sides. And on the one side, on the urban multiculturalism literature and the multicultural literature in general, there's been this missing link of trying to explain everything with identity and ideology, and missing the socioeconomic, also banal level of local politics. And on the other side, the urban austerity, the critical geography literature that tends to explain, and I'm kind of generalizing a little bit, but explain everything by saying it's neoliberalism. And I try to say there is a little bit more than that. There's some other structures in place onto which then these neoliberal changes might have an effect.
Wow, well, it certainly sounds like a challenging topic and also a great research field to delve into. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for finding the time to do this interview. I hope you enjoyed your time in Graz thus far, and you'll enjoy the rest of the conference. And we hope to see you soon and welcome you soon back in Graz.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.